Last year, a former bikie named Yusuf Nazlioglu was fatally shot in a car park in Rhodes, located in Sydney's inner west. He sustained multiple gunshot wounds to his head and torso and was rushed to Westmead Hospital from his apartment car park, where he passed away soon after. The victim, aged 40, was a former member of the Lone Wolf Bikie club who had been acquitted of the murder of Comanchero boss Mick Hawi in 2020. Task Force Erebus, investigating a series of fatal shootings and criminal networks in Sydney, launched Strike Force Claypinch to look into the incident. As part of their investigations, the New South Wales Police executed a search warrant in southwest Sydney and arrested Mohammed Khalid, at a Blair Athol residence. He was charged with murder at Campbelltown Police Station. Khalid used e-scooters to cover his tracks and acted alongside others to plan, coordinate and carry out the murder, which involved burning out several stolen cars to cover their tracks, before fleeing on electric scooters. According to Detective Superintendent Doherty, 3 vehicles and 2 e-scooters were used in the alleged murder. In addition, detectives seized cannabis, cash and electronic devices during the raid on Khalid's Blair Athol property for forensic examination. Khalid, aged 25, was denied bail and will appear in a local court. Detective Superintendent Doherty further added that 2 additional warrants were executed in Mount Pritchard and Kemps Creek in the morning, and 2 more warrants were being executed in Sydney's southwest that afternoon.
Homicide Squad detectives have charged the man today in relation to the shooting murder of a 40-year-old man in southwest Sydney, inner west Sydney, early last year in June. Just to recap, about 6:30 p.m. on Monday, 27th of June 2022, emergency services responded to reports of a man being shot in Walker Street at Rhodes. Upon a police arrival, they found a man with multiple gunshot wounds. He was unable to be saved. Died, and he had been formally identified as 40-year-old Yusuf Nazlioglu. At the time of the murder, he was with his wife in the car park of his residence. Detectives from the Homicide Squad took carriage of the matter with the assistance of police from Southwest Metropolitan Region and formed a Strike Force Claypinch to investigate the murder. This investigation subsequently was conducted under Task Force Erebus, which is an overriding task force looking at the shooting murders that have plagued Sydney's metropolitan area as a result of organised crime conflicts. Following extensive inquiries, this morning Strike Force detectives executed a search warrant at Blair Athol about 6 a.m. At the time, police also conducted a search warrant at Blair Athol. They also conducted 2 other search warrants in the Mount Pritchard and Kemps Creek area. During those search warrants, a number of items of interest were found, including drugs, cash, electronic devices, other items, a vehicle, and certain clothing that's of interest. So those items have been examined. And this afternoon, there's 2 further search warrants being conducted as we speak in southwest Sydney. So that's 5 search warrants conducted today. A 25-year-old man was arrested in the Blair Athol home and taken to Campbelltown Police Station. He has been subsequently charged with murder, and he was bail refused and facing Campbelltown local court today. Police were alleging court that the man was involved in the planning and coordination of the murder. He performed a number of acts and activities prior to, during and after the murder, and acted in a joint criminal enterprise with others to murder Yusuf Nazlioglu.
Khalid appeared at Campbelltown local court and was denied bail. He is in custody. This arrest is a significant development in the case, and the police believe that this is just the beginning of their investigation. They have urged anyone with information regarding the case to come forward and assist them in their efforts to bring those responsible to justice. In 2020, a jury found Nazlioglu not guilty of murdering Comanchero boss Mick Hawi, who was gunned down at Fitness First in Rockdale in 2018. Nazlioglu was accused of being the balaclava-clad gunman, while Jamal Eljaidi was said to be his getaway driver but was also acquitted. The Crown alleged Nazlioglu was motivated to kill Hawi after the former close friends fell out, with the relationship souring during a fishing trip to the Central Coast in the summer of 2016. However, jury found him not guilty.